some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns. The Razorbacks will put total leather to crank us up. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Texas's offense will get the football first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs defense make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Pocket breaking down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Rush is on him. That's caught. It's Sawyer. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to get it himself. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision.
And he feels the heat coming in it. burns him up. Another sack. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll just down it right there. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Punts it out of the air. At the 45 on his way. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. They're going to mark this one at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's Sawyer. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Just slams through another one. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Use the play fake, now to throw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off play action. He's going to run it.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down, now looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Sawyer. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
The defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone.
Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
He'll field the punt and take it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man on the right. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. He found some running room but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust him. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down. You move on to the next game. Start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. starts a drive trying to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Now facing a 3rd and long.
42 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his back in the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. He's looking to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And they did tack on the extra point. Unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And here's the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying bedpan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He's got him. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield, it's McAllister. He's got the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're testing the right side here. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Running to Green.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be...
Turning on the Jets. Inside. Touchdown, Longhorns. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Back to pass on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Gives it on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one.
Turning it on. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wyoming is ahead in this one, but there's still time on the clock, and unless Josh Allen puts on that Pokes uniform again, this could stay tight. They're up by 7 over Colorado State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Palmer.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
But the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Buys a little time with his feet. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's in open space downfield. There he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in...
The extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out.
56, Arkansas, 13.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Quick release on the RPO. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the top, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas!
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. This is a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking downfield, it's McAllister. Fakes to grab. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
clock stops, we have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. It'll be third and long. He'll keep it himself. Runs through the tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice.
Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. With the clock running, this should be the final play.